Hi, this is Mariah Nichols from Unpacking Disability. I am here today with an updated post. I wanted to re-record this podcast because of how big of a change the post actually is. So this was on the Disability Pride flag. The original post was all on the Disability Pride flag, and this updated version is on the changes to the Disability Pride flag, the history of it, and the symbolism behind it. So, this Pride flag was created by Anne McGill. I think that's how you pronounce her name. It's Magill, McGill or McGill. And she is disabled. And the flag is public domain, it's free to use and share. So the symbolism in the Disability Pride flag. Each component of the flag symbolizes something unique within the cross-disability community. The black field in the background, it represents our mourning for those of us disabled people who have suffered, lost their lives from ableist violence, negligence, suicide, and or eugenics. So that black background is a space of mourning. The parallel stripes in the flag, they represent solidarity within the disability community. Despite our differences, we're coming together. The 5 colors in the flag, they represent the diversity within the disability community and our experiences. So the red, it represents physical disabilities. Yellow represents cognitive and intellectual disabilities. White represents invisible and undiagnosed disabilities. Blue represents mental illness. Green represents sensory perception disabilities. You can learn about what inspired the creator, Anne McGill, to create this flag on her blog. And I have these linked within my blog post. But it is capri0mni.dreamwidth.org/profile. And her artist statement is also on capri0mni.dreamwidth.org. And I might be wrong about that 0. It might be a capital O. But those direct links are on my blog post. And there was a rousing conversation on Reddit about the design, which is a wonderful read. I really, really enjoyed it. I spent hours going through the whole thread because it really gives insight to just how deeply and carefully Anne worked with community to create something that could represent us all. I mean, if you go through that thread, which I also have linked in the blog post, you'll just see somebody said, oh, I don't like this. And she's like, well, how can we do that? And somebody else said, I don't like that. And they said, oh, well, how can we do that? You know, how can we incorporate the way you feel? She was so respectful and so considerate and so inclusive in her consulting with community. And it truly is an inspiration to me. Now, I really liked the original zigzag design of the Disability Pride flag, and I was not in love with the muted colors of the updated design. But, you know, after reading the Reddit thread and, again, all that thought and care that is behind the Disability Pride flag, I get it. I'm in. So I was also actually heartened to hear that Anne McGill also really liked that zigzag design, and it was hard for her to let go of that. That made me feel, I don't know, somewhat better. Anne said that she waived her rights to the flag because she wants to see it used. The biggest gift we can give her to thank her for coming up with this flag is to use it. So put it on our blogs, our profile banners on social media, get it out there. Because while the wheelchair symbol is universally recognized, it only truly represents a minority within the greater cross-disability community. It's high time that we have something that represents us all. And this is truly a grassroots effort. Anne Miguel did not use fancy software or anything to make this. She's not a team or nonprofit. She's just one woman. And there's no fancy packages out there with this flag stuff. And after hours of looking for it online, I finally thought it might be easier to just take the hex colors for the Disability Pride flag that she made public and accessible to all of us and make it myself on Canva. And so that's what I did. And just in creating the featured image and creating the Instagram posts, the Pinterest posts, and all of the accompanying social media to this, I just made it myself on Canva. And in the blog post, I have the color codes for the Disability Pride flag, which, like I said, Anne Miguel has freely shared with all of us. And I also have the RGB codes. The colors may all seem lighter than you're used to seeing and using. And this is intentional. It's important to remember that this is intentional because it's created specifically for online screen use. They are deliberately lightened to make it less likely to trigger seizures or migraines. And, in the Reddit threads, Anne Miguel was asked about using darker colors, more vibrant colors, or like straight up black for the background as opposed to the lighter gray. And she had said that she thought it would be fine because the reason it was lightened was for online screen use. So if something was, an actual flag or a t-shirt or something, physical, then those more vibrant colors weren't going to be triggering in the same way that the online screen would trigger a seizure or a migraine. So that was good to know too. Disability Pride Month. With this Disability Pride flag comes an invitation to celebrate what we have achieved as a community, either through litigation, protest, or peaceful action. It's an invitation to think about what we, as an incredibly diverse group of people, bring to the spectrum of human evolvement. And in the actual blog post, I have a link to a post that I had written about the cultural value of disability, because we can change culture and disability expands our consciousness. It's also an invitation to honor the creation of the Americans with Disabilities Act and learn more about the evolution of and fight for disability rights. And here I invite you to read my review of Crip Camp, which also includes links to other very excellent reviews, like the one by Andrew Pulring, which I loved. Then there's Watch and Read, a short history of the disability rights movement, which includes the production from Disability Rights Education Defense Fund. That's all about knowing your history, right? Then we have Disability Pride gear for sale on Redbubble, and this is what I pulled together and made because I want a t-shirt. So I made it. There's Disability Pride t-shirts, super cool tote bags, stickers, magnets, you name it, it's there. And it's all on Redbubble. I am also going to be including a kit from Canva so that you have access to LinkedIn banners, your Facebook banners, your Twitter banners, all of the banners that you could desire. They're going to be there and you can just download it and use it, access it. But let's get this out there. It's a really wonderful flag. It really represents all of us. And I am deeply grateful to Anne Miguel for creating this because it is super cool and awesome. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for updating this flag yourself if you've been promoting it. Let's stay away from the zigzag design and those vibrant colors. We don't want people in our community to be triggered. And that's it. Take care. Look forward to connecting with you again soon.